Hello, everybody. I have actually missed coming on live, and today I have my very special guest, Sharon Filmore. But what are we talking about? Is finding your inner mentor. What we have found is we are already into the first quarter of the 2021 year, and I'm having conversations with people that, it's like nothing is happening, and yet people are sort of standing on or are on standby, figuring out what to do next or what's going to happen, and not really, even though there might be some goals and some aspirations, not really feeling connected to them because of the uncertainty. So in today's live, in this live interview with Sharon, we're actually going to talk about this because I think the conversation will help people understand where they're at. And she's going to do a very special meditation that will help you tap into that inner space where you can connect. So let's bring Sharon on and get this conversation started. Hey, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very good. Good afternoon to you. Another month has flown by.
I know. It's crazy, right? Like when you think 3 months have gone by, it's 2021. People are feeling a little bit uncertain of what's yet to come. Where do they stand in this place of uncertainty? So I really think the topic you're going to talk about is really going to help people not just figure it out, but find out how can they sort of look at things differently and get to where they want to get to. So walk me through that.
One of the things I'm finding is that people are trying to set goals for the year. They're trying to figure things out. However, there is still so much uncertainty, and there's no guarantees that the changes are going to be permanent, that we're going to be flip-flopping back and forth. And it's creating fear, but fear of also setting goals, because we don't know what's going to happen. So I have a special type of meditation. It's called Finding Your Inner Mentor. And it's about going in and asking your inner self what it is you want. And it'll help you to guide you so that those goals are easier to determine whether or not you're going in the right direction.
Is this a way of kind of tapping into that subconscious place where...
It is very much. We're tapping into the part of your mind that it's very difficult for you to access. However, it's the part of your mind that knows all and tells all.
Okay. So are we going to then do the meditation first, and then we can go through it in terms of the layers of, as people do it? I mean, they may not be doing it with us today, but if they come back to it, can you kind of go through the layers of what happens after the meditation, because you're going to walk us through it?
Yes, I'd be happy to.
Yeah. So do you want to start then with the meditation?
Sure, let's do that. I think that would be a good idea.
Okay, let's do it.
So it's sort of like a combination of meditation and visualization. So what I like you to do is close your eyes and put your hands on your lap and your feet flat on the floor. And I want you to take a nice deep breath and let it go. And take another deep breath and let it go. This time I want you to feel your face relaxing. I want you to feel that your eyes relaxing in your nose, your mouth, your cheeks. And another deep breath. And let out a sigh. Let all the stress go. And now I want you to breathe easy. And with each breath, I want you to feel your head relaxing in your neck. And let's feel your shoulders relaxing in your upper arms. And now your lower arms, and they just feel easy and peaceful. Now you can feel your chest. You're breathing in and out. It's easier to breathe now. The tension is leaving your body. And you can feel your stomach at ease. The next breath, you're going to feel the relaxation all the way down your spine, each vertebrae at a time, all the way down to the very bottom. You're also going to feel the the relaxation in the tops of your legs and your knees. Another deep breath. Let go of anything that's left inside, any tension, just let it all go. Your calves are relaxed and your feet. You just feel so at ease. I want you to go to your forehead, and between your eyes, there's a spot. And I want you to imagine that there is some light coming out. It's a shaft of a beam of light. And I want you to look at it and look at the color. Is it one color or multicolors? And what's the quality of this beam of light? And this beam of light is going up into the heavens. You can see it going up, up, and you're traveling up with it. So you're standing on the beam of light now, and it's going up, up, and you look back and you see where you are and the top of your building. And now you see you're going up further and further, and you can see your location in the world. And now you're up in space. Look at the beautiful blackness with the stars. And that calm, they make you feel so calm. Now you can see coming towards you another beam of light. Look at this beam of light. Is it a different color or colors? What's the quality of it like? Is it a good quality? And now it stops and you can step onto that light and that beautiful beam. You notice the beam is going back down to earth. So it's going down, down, and now you can see the earth coming into view. And you can see where you're going and notice that you're going to 20 years ahead, 20 years from now. And I want you to look to see where you're going to land. Is it in the same place as you left, or is it a different place? And now you're coming down, down, and you're right in front of the building that you will be living in 20 years. Stand outside that building and have a good look. Can you see what the outside looks like? Is it a house, an apartment, condo? What is the neighborhood like? Now I want you to walk to the front door. And as you open the outer door, the inner door opens, and you see yourself standing there, and you're 20 years older. Have a look at your face. Have a look at how you're feeling, the emotions on your face, the happiness, the content. Feel the emotions. Feel the emotions that are radiating back to you from yourself, from your older self and your wiser self. And you invite yourself in, and as you walk through your home, have a look around. What do the rooms look like that you're walking through? Are they reflecting you in the peacefulness of your mind? And now you're going to take yourself to the favorite room in the house, the favorite place. And take another deep breath. And take in all the surroundings. And let go. And let go of anything that may be left that doesn't serve you right now. Now you can ask a question of your older self. And one of the good questions to ask is, what has mattered most to you in the past 20 years? That answer may come from words, facial expressions, or just feelings. And now ask her, what do I need to know to get from where I am to where you are? What will help me sing my true song? And I'd like you to ask her her name. We all have an inner name inside of us, one that we don't share with anyone, including ourselves. What is your true name? Do you have another question you'd like to ask yourself? This is a good time to ask. Now it's time to go. And your inner self, you can call her by her true name, is leading you back to the entrance. And when she gets there, she gives you a gift that's special to you, for you, that will help you in the future. Say goodbye. Tell her you will see her again, and give her a great big hug. And now you're leaving. And when you get outside, turn around and have another look at your home. Feel the feelings. Remember the thoughts. And you notice that that beam of light is there waiting for you. Hop on the beam of light, and it's going to take you back up. And as you're leaving, notice the yard, the surroundings, the building, the tops of the buildings, the town or area that you're in, the part of the world, the part of that country. And up you go. Up you go into the universe, back to the stars, where the other beam of light is waiting for you. Now, what I'd like you to do is hop on that beam of light and come back into now. And as you come back into now, look at the world with new eyes. Look at your surroundings with new thoughts. Look at yourself with new gifts. Now, when you get back into now and you're feeling ready, open your eyes.
Wow. That's all I can say. Oh my goodness.
That's
That
pretty
was
awesome.
pretty awesome. Yes.
Yeah, and that's about half of the meditation. The full meditation is about 20 minutes long. And then what I usually ask people to do is to have some paper with them so that they can write out everything that came into their mind at the time. So are you feeling comfortable sharing some of the things?
Yeah, actually. Yeah. I've done a similar exercise with something else. It wasn't about the inner mentor. So I kind of, I think because I was, for those who've not done this type of meditation, the visualization sometimes can be a little bit of a deterrent, right? Because if you don't see that light, or if you don't see the different light coming, but I'm just going to say trust the process, because I've done similar ones, but this was really incredible. So the light, the color, the initial color that showed up for the first light was white. And the second light was yellow, like a bright yellow. Yeah, it was really interesting to see the difference. And what I felt as I was moving away from the current moment into the light and into that newer place was like the stress level just kind of diminished almost. It was almost dreamlike, like an escape to get out of that place, right? So because I think it's a very stressful situation that we're in. It's nice to do this type of meditation where it gives you a bit of that reprieve. And so when you were guiding through it in terms of where is that place and what does it look like, we've been looking at buying a place or getting a place in the Dominican Republic, and that's what showed up was a condo overlooking the water. And we've been kind of throwing this idea back and forth, and it almost gave me that assurance that it's there, it's already there, it already exists. So that was a really good path to connect to that. And then what else did you say?
And so do you have is there anything you want to share about when you asked your inner mentor, your inner self, what you needed to do, or what mattered most to you? Better still, what mattered most to you in the 20 years difference? What mattered most to you? Were you able? Some questions are just feelings, and they're not always easily.
That one didn't come. Like I didn't force it. I was just listening to you, and part of it was your voice went sometimes it was lower, and I couldn't even understand, I think, what the question was. Okay. So that one I can't say. Yeah.
In the future, remind me to put your phones on so that you can hear better then. Okay. And did you hear what your inner name was?
The oddest thing, like I was trying to get a name I really like, consciously.
No, it's not
really, and you're not supposed to do. Well, I know, right? But that's why I had to kind of just keep breathing and quiet. It came up as Olive.
Olive, perfect. Mine was Sassy.
Oh, wow. I'm like, where's Olive come? Like that doesn't. I don't even know. That doesn't even. I don't know. But that's what came up.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have called myself Sassy, not in a million years. But
right.
And you wouldn't call yourself Olive. However, that's the name that came up. And when you address your inner mentor, you can call her Olive.
Ah, okay. That is very interesting. Like I've never done that before, so that was very cool.
That's good. And did she give you a gift when you were leaving?
She did. There was a gift, but it was not like, it was just a gift. So I didn't know what was in it, and I couldn't open it. It wasn't like I could rip it up and open it. It was just an offering.
So you have a gift, and it will open for you when the time is right.
Okay, interesting. Okay. Yeah, because it was a gift.
Yeah. So one of the things I like to teach about this is, when you're thinking about it, making a decision, you can do a number of things. You can go in and just ask your inner mentor, is the decision I make here, you say you have two decisions to make. Which decision will get me closer to where I want to be in 20 years?
Say that again.
What decision? So say an example is you need to make a decision and you have two choices in the decision, or even three, whatever. And you ask your inner mentor, which decision, which choice will get me closer to where I want to be in 20 years. And
Okay.
that will help you. So, because right now we're in a time when people set goals and then they throw them out the window. So they set more and they throw them out the window, and they just feel like they're just running on the spot, not getting anywhere. However, if you ask your inner mentor, what is the best decision to get to where I want to be in 20 years, you're going to get an answer. It might be a very different, very strange answer. However, that's the one to really consider, because that's what's really going on inside you.
Very cool. That's very cool.
Mm-hmm. So that's one of the ways to help you get, to not worry whether or not your goals are the right goals, or to keep throwing them out. It's like, I'm going in this direction and this is how I'm going to get there. And with the meditation, I usually give you a copy of the meditation so you can go back as many times. You can go back and ask your inner mentor. So you have a question, you can go back and ask your inner mentor. The other thing is, as this comes out, you'll start to find your inner critic comes out, because they're there to protect you. So I help you to locate your inner critic and teach you how to silence that inner critic as well.
That's amazing. So I know you said this was sort of half the meditation. If people want the full meditation, how can they connect with you or get it from you?
So if you email me at sharonhfilmore@gmail.com and then put in the subject line Thrive, then I will get back to you and I will send you a copy of the meditation. And actually, while we're here, if you don't mind, as you know, I'm a lifestyle coach, and because I really want to help a larger number of people, I am actually changing my fees, and I'm making things extremely affordable for people, and I'm offering all kinds of incentives. So if someone is interested in trying to, in helping themselves to move forward, please do the same thing. You can just.
So while we're on, can you explain sort of an overview of what type of work you do with clients, so that people that are listening to this can get a better idea if, calling you would be the right start for them, just so they can get an idea of what you do and how you help people move, the needle for themselves.
Okay. So I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. I've been involved in healthcare in one manner or another for over 40 years. And I'm a neurolinguistic coach. I am a peer coach. I also am a verbal Aikido master and trainer. And I also use some other healing modalities. So many people come to me like this because they're not sure what the future is bringing, and they don't know what steps. So I help them to dig out of themselves what they really want, and help them to set their path, and then help them stay on it. And in that, people very often have barriers that are in their way, whether it's their beliefs or their values are not jiving with what they're doing, and we can change them so that things are going to work together more harmoniously. Help people to set habits so that they can get what they want. And I do a great deal on verbal communication. Everyone needs to learn how to talk to one another, including themselves. And so we work a great deal with that as well. It was sort of the moment.
That's amazing, because it's all, like I was just going to say, it's like covering the whole sort of aspect of a person's life in terms of how to be better aligned, have more clarity, and then pull it all together. Like the communication piece is so important, right? Because this is how we relay things with each other, with ourselves, with everything. And I think that's incredible for those people who are looking, maybe looking at getting that clarity piece, especially this year. Having gone through, COVID's 2020, but it doesn't, I think for a lot of people, they kind of got knocked off their path, sort of not knowing, well, now what, right? So I think that clarity piece is really an important piece for 2021 anyways, as we move through COVID, and then what, right?
Exactly. And then what is exactly?
And then what? So I think this is incredible what you're doing, the work that you do. I know I've had a couple of sessions with you and I'm thoroughly impressed. I don't know if you remember when we were in the other group, you had done a session with me and it kind of gave me why I was feeling certain things. And I never knew that, but yet you kind of pulled it out. And it was actually, I think we only maybe had 1 or 2 sessions and you were able to pull it out pretty quickly.
You're pretty awesome. You already had a lot figured out. You just needed a couple of clarity on a few things, and then you were off and running.
But that's the thing, right? Like there's always something else. Like there's layers and layers of things, and that's why I think a guide, a mentor, or a coach like you would help in terms of peeling that back and finding that little thing that's stuck in there, or it's not, coming out or whatever. So I think, obviously I was really thrilled with your, with the sessions that I've had with you. And I encourage those that are sort of sitting there wondering, what's next? What do? I don't know what I'm doing. I feel stuck. Or maybe you're just feeling just downright miserable. You're in a place where you just don't see the light anymore. You're just in a dark place. And you just want to get that clarity. I really encourage people, to email. Is that the best way to get you, is to email you?
That's probably the best way to get me. You can also get me on Facebook. However, the emails I check more regularly on Facebook.
Yeah, I know. There's always so much going on, and with social media, and there's all this noise, and so it's nice to have one sort of path of where people can get a hold of you. And of course, once they reach out to you, I just want to ensure that people that kind of ask me, like, oh, what about, like, is it confidential? I just want to sort of assure people that, when they work with a coach like you, you uphold the highest level of confidentiality so that they feel comfortable in sharing whatever their innermost troubles or fears or whatever it is they're dealing with, correct?
Yes, what happens in a session stays in a session.
Correct. And I think that's the thing, right? For a lot of people that may have never had a coach or never felt like they needed a session or a coaching session or an NLP or anything that you're going to deal with somebody else helping you, then I think that confidentiality piece is really important.
It is extremely important. If you don't feel safe and you don't trust, you can't tell people what's really going on inside. I mean, no one can. It's an impossibility because you will always hold back.
Right. So. And I guess when you're looking at really having transformation, it's about opening up. It's about not fearing how somebody may judge you or have any kind of there could be a recourse or whatever, like in your mind, you build up certain things. And I think when you find the right person, and I can attest to your work, that, you feel really comfortable, that you're in a safe place. And I think that's the thing, is finding that. So I really do encourage people that are looking at maybe working with a life coach or a lifestyle coach, just to at least have a chat with you to see if maybe there's a connection there. So with that being said, this was an amazing session. I loved this meditation. I will email you to get the rest of it, because I think there's a lot. I think if when you do these things over and over again, you just peel back all of the things that maybe they're holding us back. So I want to thank you for that so much.
You're welcome.
And so, again, this is our monthly sessions. Just so people know, usually it's the first Thursday of each month. Fortunately, we had a bit of Sharon not feeling well this past week, so we had to postpone. But generally, for those looking out for us, it is the first Thursday of each month. And I encourage people to reach out to you. I want to thank you for your always your time, your energy, and your full dedication to this. So thank you again.
Thank you very much.
So I hope that those of you who joined in the meditation enjoyed it. And for those who are catching this on replay, hashtag replay, and make sure you do the 10-minute meditation. And then if you want the full, email Sharon at sharonhfilmore@gmail.com. I want to wish you all a wonderful day. We are getting spring-like weather, so I hope that this means, we're going to have better days ahead. And stay safe, stay happy, and remember to be always kind to yourself and to others. I'll see you again next time.